All right, Algebra 1. This is our first lesson for today. We are going to do, I'm seeing 5 lessons this week. 2 of them you're going to learn on your own, and I'm going to present 3 of them to you. So the 2 on your own, I think, are fairly easy, and you need to read and take notes on them, and then definitely do the problems as well in the practice. But I feel like that's something that you can definitely do quicker actually on your own than to watch my video. So number 93, so products and quotients of rational expressions. So this one is oddly satisfying to me. I hope that you have as much fun with it as I do. So products and quotients, we remember, are multiplication and division problems, okay? Of rational expressions just means of fractions, okay? So we're going to take some kind of complicated looking fractions and we're going to be able to simplify those right out. So as we get started with this, I want you to think of 3 things. First, we're going to factor, then we're going to cancel, and that's the part I love, and then simplify. Okay, so in our first example here, we're going to take, and we have x squared, this is practice A, we have x squared minus x minus 6 over x squared minus 6x minus 16 divided by, key, x squared minus 3x over x squared minus 3x minus 40. Okay, so the first step, as I have in blue up there, is factor. So we're going to go down here and we're going to factor all this stuff, right? Okay, so up here in my first numerator, I factored that to x minus 3, x plus 2. So it's really important that you're a good factorer now. So make sure that you're paying really close attention to all that stuff we learned so you can factor these with ease and also factor them correctly. In the denominator here, we have x minus 8 and then x plus 2. Now, here is a quotient problem. It's a division. Remember, in division problems, what that means is multiplication of the reciprocal of the second fraction. So we're going to take that second round fraction right here. We're flipping it. So this denominator, there we go. This denominator becomes this numerator. So the x squared minus 3x minus 40 factors to x minus 8, x plus 5. And then the numerator here, this is a common factor one. Some kids get this like all messed up and they're like, oh, this one's a hard one. No, this is easy. Don't forget. Look, there's an x in both of those terms, x squared and 3x. So we can pull that x right in front and we have x times the quantity x minus 3. Now I'm going to take my, let's see, green marker right here. And now we're going to factor, or cancel, I'm sorry. So we factored, now we cancel. All right, so now what we're looking for is canceling factors. So we can't have to only cancel identical factors. So I look here and I say, oh, x squared, now it's going to be goofy on me. X squared cancel, or I'm sorry, x plus 2 cancels with x plus 2. See how they're identical? X minus 3 here cancels with x minus 3 over here. Okay, identical. Then we have x minus 8. X minus 8. They're all in the numerators and denominators of these fractions, and it's a multiplication problem, so I'm allowed to factor anything and cancel anything. Okay, any numerator, any denominator. All right, so now I'm left here with x plus 5 and then x. And alert, alert, warning. So many people want to take this x up here and cancel it with this x down here. No, you can't do that. Don't do it. I will collapse and fall and cry. X plus 5 is a factor of its own. It has to stay as a unit. You may not cancel that with just a plain x. So my solution ends up to be x plus 5, sorry, my paper is wiggling, over plain old x. My paper is wiggling, sorry. X, sorry about that. X plus 5, that is really crazy writing. X plus 5 over x, and it comes right from here. Okay, so that's what we're doing with that. All right, so the second example, let's do this. Okay, we have our example, and this is a multiplication problem, so we're just going to go ahead and factor it. Let me see if I can prevent the same problem last time. Okay, all right, so we have x plus 6 times x plus 6. That comes from there. We have x plus 7 times x plus 6. That comes from here. This is a multiplication problem, so we don't flip it. We keep our numerator and denominator in its proper placement. So this x plus 7 times x minus 3 is for that. And then x squared plus 2x minus 24 becomes x plus 6, x minus 4. So I'll take my red here and I'll start having fun. And this is the part I love, is canceling. So x plus 6 and x plus 6, numerator, denominator, right? Here's another x plus 6, x plus 6, numerator, denominator, okay? Now I have x plus 7, numerator, denominator, groovy. Now, again, people like to come here and they're like, oh, x and x. No, it's x minus 3 over x minus 4. Those are individual factors. You cannot split them up. So my solution, or my simplification, because it's not an equation, is x, oh gosh, it's going to mess up on me again, x minus 3 over x minus 4. And I think that would be the easiest part. And that is your simplification. Okay, I'll be back in a sec with the next video. Pay attention to these details. You've got this.